Welcome to the Lioness at the Door podcast. I'm Jackie Sorensen. I'm a wife, a mother, a grandmother, and a holistic health coach for women of faith and their families. The image of Lioness at the Door is meant to inspire us to see ourselves as converted, wise, strong, and able women at the door of our homes, but also at the door of our choices. The door represents the opportunity to choose our path, even our thoughts, moment by moment and in all circumstances. My prayer is that the few minutes you spend listening to this podcast will help you feel more loved, understood, appreciated, and encouraged to meet the challenges that are uniquely yours. When we feel loved and take responsibility for ourselves, we can love others and teach them to be responsible too, which is a great recipe for progress and for healthy family relationships. So, thanks for being here, and we'll move on to today's topic. Six thrifty hacks. Are you a thrift shopper? I didn't know that I was until I needed shirts to wear when I was employed at a paint store. The first time I walked through the racks of secondhand clothes, I have to admit, I felt a little embarrassed and self-conscious. Bear in mind that this was long before thrifting was in, as it seems to be now. Since that first experience, looking for t-shirts that would become paint splattered, I've grown to love thrift shopping, and I've learned a lot about the art of it in the intervening years. So I thought I'd share a few things to consider if you need to stretch your family's budget, or if you just like the thrill of a good hunt and a good deal. Number one, look for quality. Items from clothes to furniture are going to serve you much better and longer if they are high quality. Cameras have so many clicks. Fabric has so much wear. Zippers have so many zips, and then things wear out. It's unfortunate if you buy something secondhand and then have it wear out too quickly. Look for quality in the weight and wear. Is it already worn out? Of fabric. Make sure the buttons and zippers are all there and function well. Inspect things inside and out and make sure there are no damaged places beyond what you are capable and or willing to repair. I'm pretty scrappy, and I don't mind scrubbing or polishing or sewing or sometimes even sanding and staining and repainting. But if you're not doing those things, if you don't want to do those things, or if it would take an inordinate amount of time to get your purchase into working order, you're probably better off leaving it at the store. Number two, more is not more. Just because they have 10 of something you like doesn't mean it would be beneficial for you to buy and have 10 of anything. It's easy to become a collector, and that seems to defeat the purpose of thrifting in order to have a nice home or office or wardrobe. On occasion, you may run into something you feel is such a great item for a great price that you decide you'll store it away until you need it, and that's okay. But certainly be picky about what you buy, especially if you don't have an immediate need or use for it. Number three, look for a good fit. When buying clothes, particularly for growing kids, you don't need to sacrifice well-fitting clothing, even if they're sporting hand-me-downs or secondhand purchases. Paper boxes work well as storage containers for clothes that are too small or not fitting yet. Mark the boxes with the size and keep them in the top of a closet or under a bed. Then, if you find something that is high quality and a great price, you can stash it away in the appropriate box and have it easily accessible when you need it in the future. Or if there are younger siblings coming up, you can find the clothes the older children have worn that have stayed clean and in good repair when you need them. And just a note about cleanliness, it counts. Kids, of course, need clean clothing, but also they need to be clean as well. It speaks volumes to children to know that their bodies are respected and cared for. How wonderful for a child to feel the care of a parent when they respectfully wash and groom them. How wonderful for a child to greet the world with a clean face and combed hair and clean and well-fitting clothes. I don't think our kids need to be in name brand clothing or dress so nicely they can't play and have fun, but having the basics of cleanliness and clothing go a long way in instilling confidence and self-respect in a growing mind and heart. Number 4, think flow. When you're decorating or working on a functioning wardrobe, consider taking something out every time or oftentimes when you buy something new to keep things rotating, uncluttered, and in good repair. There isn't much that is as energy sapping as piles of stuff that are no longer needed or no longer fit or work for whatever reason. And there isn't much that is as energy giving as airy spaces in rooms and closets and cupboards. It's a heady thing, not to mention restful. Employing some kind of rotation process means the difference between becoming a collector of stuff and being a super savvy shopper. Number 5, give back. Get into the habit of regularly giving to the thrift store of your choice. Take a few minutes to put an elastic band around shoes so that they stay mated. Wash clothing before donating it. Put jewelry into Ziploc bags so that it stays together and doesn't get lost in bigger items. Volunteer at clothing and food banks and support efforts to send goods and necessities to places where people are in need. Nothing brings perspective like participating in relief efforts for those who are less fortunate or who are in harm's way. Number 6, give thanks. Even in our leanest times, raising a family on one income, we have been abundantly blessed. Focusing on what we have, though sometimes that's a real challenge, right? Versus what we don't have makes a massive difference in how we feel about our lives, which in turn makes a massive difference in how we treat ourselves and others, and ultimately how we function in all our relationships. Also, allow yourself to appreciate and count the bounty and beauty of nature as part of your wealth. I hope you're feeling blessed today and that you will enjoy your homemaking efforts. Whatever your style or budget, being able to make a beautiful, clean, and happy environment for your loved ones is a great privilege. I hope that you have a great day today, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.